Is this thing on?
I've wanted to do a build like this since we started this YouTube channel. I think this is gonna be epic, and we just so happen to be at Epic Designs.
You guys know what that means. Let's go check out this race car. Hey, open up!
Snap. All right, guys, we're gonna get this thing. This is our first time seeing it. They're actually doing some touch up, changing a few things out. This is our first time seeing it. Pretty wild.
It's everything I thought it would be.
We're gonna drive this in just a second, show it to you guys on the road, do a full walk around and go over all the details. And for some of you, this may be your first time seeing the wing or wang, whatever you want to call it. But guys, I am number 1776, or 76 for short. While they finish up, I just want to say something. Guys, I'm almost 40 years old. I've wanted a race car for my entire life, and I've wanted to be a race car driver. That's probably a lot of why this channel is called Backroad Driver and why we actually built this car. I'm not saying that I thought through every bit of this, but when you think about things a lot, that's kind of what ends up happening. So this is the Backroad race car. This is the YETI. And that's what we're gonna call this, because this thing's gonna go in the woods and disappear all up in these mountains of Tennessee. This is the YETI, the Backroad race car. Let's get this bad boy outside. It already feels cooler to drive it from inside, just knowing what the outside looks like. That's the value of doing something crazy like this. Down below, what do you think of the YETI out in the wild? Most of y'all know it's Avalanche, it's not white. Probably my favorite color ever. It's kind of like Nardo gray for Lamborghini started this off. Avalanche came out in 2016. I think that's the first time ever on this and on the Raptor. But it's just a lot different than white. If you're gonna have a Shelby, I think you've gotta have Shelby stripes. But we've had 3 different Shelbys with custom stripes that we put on them. This one's got a little bit bigger twist than the other, so I'm going to show you that real quick. So obviously we added the BD bolt to the Backroad Driver logo, and this is really subtle, but it actually has, it's printed vinyl. It's got black and then dark charcoal with all these bolts just going everywhere, and then we pinned it out with this grabber blue. I think you can tell I like grabber blue. That's my second favorite color. If I were going to have another Mustang and pick the color, it would be grabber blue. Grabber blue with Avalanche. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not going to change it, but I'm curious to see what you guys think of this combination together on this vehicle. And that started with the calipers. When we painted those custom grabber blue, that's when I made the decision that this is going to have grabber on it as the accent color. Obviously, Ford Performance, that's kind of the race brand that pretty much any of this Ford Performance stuff flies under. I do want to show you the number here on the side, and I think I mentioned it earlier. 1776 is my favorite number. You don't have a 4-digit race car number, so I'm 76 from here on out. You do have that printed bolt pattern for the background. We'll call that Backroad camo. How's that sound? Because you can't tell it from maybe 20 foot away. It just looks a little more charcoal. That is all in satin on the stripes and on the back of the number plate. We did put the GT350 badges back on. I don't have to tell you anymore what I want you guys to do when you watch the videos. It's right there in plain English. So you'll notice like these little breakup pieces here. This is our interpretation of a Mustang GT4 class race car. I'll throw some clips up on the screen so you can kind of see what those look like. So this isn't something that we absolutely came up with, but we did choose the colors for this actual build. Ours do have some angularity, especially up there in the front. And then back here in the back, this is different than what most people that run actual Ford Performance race cars do. We've got these black marker lights. I think the previous video on this car was the lights, so all the lights are changed out and modernized. This might be my favorite part. It definitely shows off the lines on the Mustang, kind of anchors the back here. Some of y'all may hate this. It's on both sides. You may say, well, you don't go on a racetrack, or you don't actually do any race classes. Well, that's because I'm cooler than that. And the reason is, if I were to take this car just like it sits on the racetrack, I need a roll bar, roll cage, harnesses that I can't put in this thing real easy with the seats that I've got in it, because I wanted comfort seats for daily driving. I don't want to restrict the sound of the exhaust. It's going to get louder from where it's at. Right now it's just headers and high flow cats with the stock resonators, stock mufflers in the back. It's about to get a lot louder. There's just some things you can't do on a racetrack that you can do on the street. Comfort seats being one of them, and then also the exhaust. You're going to hit those decibel levels real quick on a racetrack and get booted out. But this is for the back roads as my race car, and I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So on this gigantic Victor Racing wing, we've done a couple unique things. Obviously tied the grabber blue back here. That's my BD Bolt logo. Guys, this thing is rigid as all get out. The backside of these winglets are in grabber blue as well. We're going to come up with something that will go on top of the wing and maybe on the backside of the wing. If you don't know, depending on when that video comes out or if you've seen it yet, this wing is actually functioning. So these are hydraulics. They actually move, and this acts as an air brake as we go down the road. So maybe we put stop back here. What do you guys think? What should we put on the back side of the wing? Because when this thing tips up, you'll read it. And then also on this top portion, because when it tips up, we'll actually see it from the rear view mirror. Love how the straps come down the back. Had the custom plate. If you guys watch close in some of the Instagram and Facebook posts, you will have already seen that and probably already guessed what I was going to call this. If you don't follow us on Instagram and Facebook, we're able to give small updates there on what's coming for the channel, so you might want to follow us there. If you didn't know, Fat House Fabrication, Fat House Performance did the Whipple install, put all their Fat House parts on there. It has a T56 swap transmission that Fat House did. This is an 800R from Fat House. That sticker usually comes in red, but my guys at Epic actually changed that out to grabber blue, so it keeps with the rest of the theme of the vehicle. I think that's pretty dope. Decided to go with grabber blue on the mirror caps. These are just black underneath. I think I ordered some carbon fiber at some point. Guys, just like with everything we have, this thing is not done. We still have a few more boxes at the garage to be able to finish this thing out. And then it is 800 wheel horsepower. I won't say only 800 wheel horsepower, but it's only 800 wheel horsepower. So over time, the transmission will hold 2,000 horsepower. It is a road car, so it's not a drag straight line car that needs to be 1,000 wheel horsepower, but it's obviously going to get more mods to it. We're obviously going to update the tune. You're going to see this thing on the road here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you guys think about the Yeti? Let us know down in the comments. It's one of my favorite builds on the channel now.
The most radical, non-full wrap thing we've done. This might be the coolest wrap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Same would say besides the Hammer, his truck. But I think it's one of the coolest things we've ever done.
I like this color.
He bought those shoes just so he could be in this video. Guys, we'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.